Hello friends, in this lecture we will study the types of antibody. Yes, in last lecture we studied the structure of antibody. Now let us see which are the different types of antibody. As I told, antibody is the protein. It is a Y-shaped protein. This is the structure of antibody. Here, as we discussed, this structure consists of two light chain. These are the light chain and this is the heavy chain. The structure consists of two light chain and two heavy chain. Now these heavy chains of the antibody has 5 types. These heavy chain are of 5 types. Which are these 5 types? These types are gamma type of the antibody. Yes. Then mu type of the antibody, alpha type of the antibody, delta and epsilon. These are the 5 types of the H chain occur in different types of the antibody. Now, depending upon the nature of H chain, some antibody have this gamma type of the H chain, some have mu, some have alpha, some delta or epsilon. Depending upon the nature of H chain, there are basically 5 types of the antibody. Which are these 5 types? First is called as IgG. As you know, antibody was also called as immunoglobulin. Antibody दूसरा नाव क्या है? Immunoglobulin. It is the globulin protein. That's it is immunoglobulin. When it reacts with antigen, then it is called as antibody. When it produces, it is called as immunoglobulin. But when this immunoglobulin react with antigen, then after that it is called as antibody. So that immunoglobulin can be abbreviated as Ig. The immunoglobulin Ig म्हणतो. So first type of the antibody is IgG, which consists of heavy chain gamma. त्याच्यातले heavy chain कुठले gamma. Second type of the antibody is IgM. The nature of heavy chain is mu. Third type of antibody is IgA. The nature of this H chain is alpha. Third one is IgD. The nature of H chain in IgD is delta. And in case of last type, IgE type, nature of heavy chain is epsilon. So depending upon the nature of heavy chain, there are IgG, IgM, IgA, IgD, IgE, and then these are the 5 types of antibody present in our vertebrates body. Now let us discuss one by one. What is IgG? Which are the properties of IgG and how IgG play a role in the immune reaction. Now, as I told, IgG is the IgG is the antibody which consists of gamma type of the heavy chain. Here, the structure of IgG is monomeric. Monomeric means here I have shown this monomeric structure. This is the monomeric Y-shaped structure, consists of two heavy chain, two light chain. Here this is the antibody which is present in serum. It is the highest serum antibody. Its amount in the serum, its percentage in the serum is highest. It is about 70%. Antibodies in the serum are of IgG type. So it is the highest serum antibody. Here this antibody has a molecular weight. The molecular weight किती तर 1,50,000 Dalton. 1,50,000 Dalton, that is the molecular weight of IgG. This Ig is a long-lived antibody. It remains for more time in our body as compared to the other antibodies. Its half-life period is 25 days. What is half-life period? It is a period required to diminish or period required to destroy total antibodies, that is 25 days. It is the longest living antibody in our body. So that is its characteristics. IgG is antibody which is found for more time in our body. Then IgG is divided into different types like IgG1, IgG2, G3, like that. IgG1 to IgG4. These are the 4 different types of the IgG antibody. IgG1, G2, IgG3, IgG4. Then very important function of this IgG antibody is functionally they are very important. These are the largest, these are the first and very important is they are the highest serum antibody, and second very important is these are the antibody which can cross the placenta. These are the placental antibodies. We can say them as a placental antibody. They can easily cross placenta and gives protection to the fetus during the pregnancy period. During pregnancy period, From mothers, these antibodies are transferred to the fetus through the placenta, and that is the type of natural passive immunity that we have previously discussed in the types of immunity. So that passive immunity, natural passive immunity involved in fetus protection is with the help of IgG. So IgG are the only antibody which can cross the placenta. At the same time, they are also involved in the neutralization reaction. The neutralization, actually, when antigen was destroyed, immune response मध्ये जेव्हा antibody antigenशी जाऊन react होतो, antigen destroy केला जातो, the destruction of antibody is by different ways. वेगवेगळ्या पद्धतीने antigen destroy केला जातो. One of the best is, suppose antigen is new toxin असेल एखादा जर, तर there is neutralization. There may be phagocytosis. There may be cytolysis, phagocytosis. So number of different mechanisms are there behind the destruction of antigen that we will discuss later. Here, this neutralization is one of the way of destroying toxin antigen. So antibodies involved in neutralization reaction in destroying toxin. They are also involved in the opsonization. Opsonization is again the process of phagocytosis with the help of antibody. So these IgG are involved in opsonization. These antibodies are also involved in complement fixation, the complement pathways. Complement pathway, classical complement pathway मध्ये antibodies involved. All these mechanisms we will study later. So these are the functions of IgG, and you remember one thing, IgG is the only antibody which can cross the placenta. This is very important. And another very important is antibody, this IgG antibody is the highest amount of antibody occur in serum. And third very important property is IgG is the prolonged antibodies remain for a prolonged time in our body. So that is about the IgG. Now next one is the IgM. IgM is the second most important antibody found in the human serum. Its heavy chain is of mu type. Heavy chain कुठले त्याची तर mu type आहे. Here one of the most important property to be remembered while talking about the IgM is the first antibody occur into the person's body. आपल्या बॉडीमध्ये पहिली antibody कुठली तयार होते तर this IgM, and that's why IgM is the antibody occur in the primary immune response. We will see primary immune response just after this point. So it is the antibody involved in primary immune response as they are occur firstly in the human, in the person's body. जेव्हा केव्हा डेव्हलप व्हायला सुरुवात होतील antibody, तेव्हा पहिली antibody कोणती तयार होते? IgM. Here IgM cannot cross placenta like that of the IgG. Here IgM, one of the most important property of IgM is the largest antibody found, largest in size. Here आहे ते in amount आहे आणि IgG is largest in amount and IgM is largest in size and largest in size. This IgM is pentameric antibody. Now what is pentameric? This is structure of IgM. Suppose this is this pentameric consists of 5 single Y-shaped structures come together to form the IgM. IgM consists of 5 monomers like this, and they get linked by a J chain. This is the J chain which link these 5 monomers. So this is the structure of IgM, and that's why this this single monomeric structure has a molecular weight about 1,50,000 as we discussed in IgM. But in case of as we discussed in IgG, but in case of IgM, the structure is pentameric, and that's why its molecular weight is very high. It is about 9,50,000 Dalton. So it was the largest antibody found into the person's body. It is pentameric, and as you know, normally when antibody is Y-shaped, this antibody, this segment, this portion, this is the FAB portion as we discussed. This FAB portion is the site where antigen get attached. इथे antigen attach होतो ह्या दोन साइडला. तर normally monomeric antibodies are bivalent. one antibody can able to bind with 2 antigens only. बरोबर आहे, 2 antigens. But in case of IgM can able to bind, it is can able to bind with the 10 antigen at a time. These circles are nothing but antigen. So it can able to bind with the 10 antigen. So its valency is also great. Valency is also more. So that is about the IgM. The most important thing to be remember is IgM is the largest pentameric antibody. Its half-life period is about 5 days. And that's why it was generally said that primary immune response is short-lived immune response, because in primary immune response, IgM is formed, and in secondary immune response, IgG antibodies are formed. And IgG antibodies are long-lived. And that's why our secondary immune response remains for a prolonged time, because in secondary immune response, IgG antibodies are formed. And in case of primary immune response, IgM antibodies are involved. Their half-life period is only 5 days. And that's why our primary immune response is short-lived. Remember these things. Now, other functions are IgM antibodies have high affinity towards the antigen. It can ease because of multivalent nature. These 10 valencies are there. Because of that nature, it can easily bind to the antigen. Especially, it is very efficient when antigen is RBC, or when antigen is bacteria like E. coli. In that case, can easily bind with that antigen. That at the same time, this IgM is also involved in the opsonization. Opsonization is nothing but the phagocytosis, which is along with the or with the help of antibody. Phagocytosis मध्ये जर antibody develop होत असतील, in case of phagocytosis, we have already discussed this phagocytosis. WBC engulf foreign material and digest that material. पण जेव्हा WBC, suppose this is a WBC वर ह्या अँटीजेन्स जर असतील आणि अँटीजेनच्या मदतीने अँटीबॉडीज असतील आणि अँटीबॉडीच्या मदतीने अँटीजेन्स अटॅच होणार असतील, तर त्या प्रोसेसला म्हणायचं फॅगोसायटोसिस. आणि नुसतीच जर WBC आलेला फॉरेन मटेरियल एनगल्फ करत असेल विदाउट अँटीबॉडी, तर हे फॅगोसायटोसिस म्हणतात. इट इज कॉल्ड एज फॅगोसायटोसिस. आणि विथ द हेल्प ऑफ antibody, suppose WBC with the help of antibody, if it engulfs that antigen, it is called as opsonization. So in the process of opsonization, antibodies are involved. These are the antibodies. And these antibodies may be IgG antibody or IgM antibodies. IgM antibodies. So that is another role. They have a role in the opsonization reaction. At the same time, other functions are they are involved in complement fixation reaction, agglutination reaction, cytolysis reaction. This is the these are the functions of IgM. Then next is these IgM antibodies are also involved in the blood group reaction. Blood group reaction मध्ये पण कुठले antibodies involved आहेत तर IgM antibodies. So that is about the second type of antibody. Now, what is the characteristic of third type, and that third type is the IgA antibodies. Now, in case of third type IgA, their nature of heavy chain is ultimately it is alpha type of the heavy chain. Nature of heavy chain is alpha. Here IgA are the secretory antibodies. These are the secretory antibodies. Their other name is secretory antibodies. Now, why they are called as secretory antibodies? Because all antibodies except that IgA, that is IgG, M, IgD, and IgE, now why they are called as secretory antibody? Here, all antibodies other than this IgA, that is IgG, IgM, IgD, IgE, all antibodies are present in the blood serum except IgA. IgA is present in the body secretions. It is especially present in the body secretions like mucus. It is present in the mucus. It is present in our tears. It is present in the saliva. So these antibodies are especially present in the different secretions of the body, and that's what is called as secretory antibodies, and they are secreted by the mucociliary epithelial cells. It is also present in the colostrum. Yes, first few milk strippings secreted by the mother's body is called as colostrum. So it is contained in the colostrum, tears, saliva, and it was secreted by these mucociliary epithelial cells. These cells secrete this antibody. Another most important thing to be remembered regarding IgA is IgA are dimeric antibodies. Dimeric antibodies. What is their structure? The structure is like this. This is one monomer of the IgA, and this is the another monomer of the IgA. Here, these monomers are linked together by a J chain. J chain join these two monomers. At the same time, there is presence of a secretory piece like this. This secretory piece is required. This is the J chain, which is required to join these two monomers, and this is the secretory piece. His secretory piece is required to secrete this antibody in the secretions, body secretions. When this epithelial cells, mucociliary epithelial cells secrete this antibody, the cells are called as lamina propria of mucous membrane. Mucous membrane secrete this antibody. Yes, and when this, with the help of this secretory piece, antibodies are secreted in the body secretions like tears, mucus, saliva, and colostrum. So that is the specialty of IgA. Here IgA, half-life period of the IgA is 6 to 8 days. This one is the point to be remembered. IgA is a secretory antibody. Here there are two types of IgA, IgA1 and IgA2. Then what is the function of IgA? If it is present in the secretion, what is the role of this antibody? Here, body has two types of immune response. One is called as localized immune response, and another is generalized immune response. Suppose we have a localized means at a specific body part, body gives the defense barrier. For example, when we have a wound, एखादी जखम असेल तर at the region of wound, body gives the response. It is called as localized immune response. Another is, suppose there is eye infection, or suppose there is mouth infection. In that case, suppose there is mouth infection, in that case, the body has response in that localized area. So this is localized immune response. In case of generalized immune response, one best example is your fever. In the fever, whole body get affected. So this is a generalized immune response. IgA antibodies are involved in localized immune response. Localized immune response. What is localized immune response? Where there, suppose antibodies are present in saliva, then they gives protection only in the mouth. Then next is when they are present in the tears, they protect your eye only. So that is called as role in the localized immune response. As antibodies are present in the secretions, they present in the secretions. That's why they protect the body where they are present. Suppose if they are present in the saliva, secretion like saliva, and as saliva is present in mouth, only mouth get protected. These IgA antibodies in the saliva protect the mouth only. If they are present in tears, they are involved in the protection of the eyes only. So that is called as role in the localized immune response. They are also involved in the protection of genitourinary system, gastrointestinal system, respiratory system, etc. Where they are present, at that point only they use the protection. So that is about the IgA antibodies. Then next is IgD antibodies. Now IgD are the receptor antibodies. Yes, IgD are the receptor antibodies. Here these antibodies are like that of the IgG. IgG सारखे असतात त्या monomeric antibodies and their molecular weight is 1,80,000 Daltons. Here these antibodies are the antibodies which are present in the B cell. These are the receptor antibodies. Remember, receptor means, suppose this is the B lymphocyte. When antigen enters into the body, antigen As we discussed in the first lecture of the immunity, when antigen was presented to the B cell, that antigen get attached on the surface receptor. So these are the receptor antibodies. Remember the property of IgD. These are the receptor antibody. Their half-life period is 2 to 3 days. And now last is the IgE. IgE are the special antibodies. They are not involved in the protective immune response. Instead of that, they are involved in the hyperimmune response, hypersensitivity. Hypersensitivity is the nothing but allergy. When body is allergy, the antibodies involved in the are the IgE. In the body, along with the B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte, there is presence of a third type of the lymphocyte. These are called as mast cells. These are the mast cells. This mast cell carries certain receptors. These receptors are our IgD antibody. When antigen enters into the body, in the body, this situation, that is presence of IgD on the mast cell, occurs only in the allergic person. Or opposite to that, the body in which mast cell carries IgD, sorry, not IgD, IgE antibodies, that situation leads to the allergic immune response. So IgE antibody are the allergen antibody. They are called as allergen antibody. Allergen antibodies are the not allergen antibody. They are called as reagent antibody. Actually, antigen is called as allergen, and antibodies, IgE antibodies are the reagent antibodies. They are involved in the hypersensitivity or allergic immune response. So that is about the few characteristics of different types of the antibody. You just refer your book and get other more properties of the IgE, different types of the antibodies. So here we'll stop, and in this next lecture we'll discuss about the immune response. Yes.